And let me ask you this. How many of you, from time to time, have asked your conscience this? Why can't I keep at least one trustworthy friend? Why don't I have unbreakable friendships like other people? Well, let me tell you what I believe a friend is, and that is this. Having a friend is like having a rainbow that spontaneously appears when there is a low dark cloud hanging over your head. And we're going to talk about a few factors that could undermine a friendship for a lifetime, destroy it. And they are not knowing how to correctly apologize, not knowing how to avoid the destructive and vile tentacles of jealousy, and not knowing how to avoid gossip, and not knowing how to conduct a fruitful conversation with a grieving friend. To strengthen a friendship, we must know how and when to extend our apology. But how should you extend your apology or your act of contrition to a friend? Well, first, give serious attention to what you said or did that was so offensive that would make your friend your victim. Apologize and do so in a timely manner before rust has set in and the friendship cannot be restored to its luster. And perhaps your friend is upset because you weren't there to offer comfort when they had a serious issue. And later, when your friend, and I'm talking about you, confronted you, you proclaim this. Well, I had a few issues, but I was remembering you every night in my nightly prayers. Oh, look at that pretext. It would simply be in the best interest to ask for forgiveness. And most people do, but don't come up with pretexts. Secondly, and this is so important, you, the apologist, must first seek the victim's permission to extend your remorseful words or to justify your unwanted actions. Because the victim may not accept or want your apology. However, if you are afforded the opportunity to be contrite, it is wise to end your contrition with this. I was wrong, simply put, and I have no excuse. My unsolicited and hurtful thoughts should never have taken place. But it isn't beneficial to state this. Oh, look, I will apologize if what I said offended you. You're just too emotional. No, because it must have offended them. If you aren't sure about statements said about you that were unpleasant and you figure sort of damaging to you, simply have a most searching conversation and try to clear things up. Thus, your friendship will remain intact. And it is a sure bet. You made unflattering statements about your friend, and your friend just probably discounted or just dismissed it and say, we all have mental lapse, but I don't want to end my friendship. Asking for forgiveness is a very high order of contrition. And just try it. You'll keep a friend. Try exercising self-deprecation by poking fun at your silliness and your small errors that you make. And this will send a message to your friend. Your friend will say, I don't have to be perfect. I feel good. I can be myself and still keep my friend. And this is something else you shouldn't do. If you want to break off a friendship with someone, do not make up excuses and lies and say, well, you did this to me. This is why I'm ending my friendship with you. No, just be candid with them and say, at this time, I just don't want to be your friend. They'll understand this. You know, many friendships have been severed because of a person's act of unconscious and the hideous act of jealousy. But just how would you as a friend know that you are jealous of your friend? Well, consider this. When you refuse to acknowledge your friend's accomplishments or their efforts to just succeed, then you are jealous. Simply stated, being jealous says this: I want what my friend has or someone has, and yet I am not willing to engage in the laborious work that my friend did to fulfill my desirous needs. Chances are you just don't want your friend to succeed. You may not even want what they have. On the other hand, if you are envious, this underscores that you are willing to do whatever is necessary to obtain your desire or even what your friend has. Another component that can destroy friendship, and that is the act of gossiping. When someone commences with unsubstantiated information, which is full of falsehoods and innuendos, it would be appropriate and ethical to say, you know what, I just don't feel comfortable contributing my 2 cents. I don't know enough about that person or the situation. Or you can change the direction of the conversation by introducing a new non-judgmental topic. However, if you choose to listen, you will give nutrients to the poison vine of gossip, and you are guilty by association. Just don't gossip. Consider this: not knowing what to say and when to have a fruitful conversation with a friend who is grieving because of the death of a loved one or the breakup of a relationship, a marriage or something, and even the death of a loyal pet. Well, if you don't know how, it can damage your friendship for a lifetime. Know that we all grieve differently and for different reasons and for different lengths of time. It would be inconsiderate of you to declare this: oh, give time a chance. Oh, I went through the same thing you did. I know how you feel. No, you don't.